Tom, a couple of weeks out after the Munster final, you had a bit of work to do, but no competitive action. How has that gone the couple of weeks leading up to this week?
Yeah, it's went very well. We got a few days off after that Munster final, which I think was needed. We've been on the road I suppose, a while now as a group. We had a long season last year and a long league campaign as well. So it was nice to get maybe the week off. So it's only been I suppose a 3 week build up into this game. 2 weeks really hard training, and this week championship week. It's just raring to go really now at this stage.
What's it like mentally, I suppose, sitting back and knowing that other teams are playing in competitive matches? I mean, do you get a chance to sit back and watch those games? Do you have much of an interest, or what way does it work?
Suppose each individual is different, and I sat down and watched the quarterfinals. All right, I don't mind watching other teams play or anything like that. Doesn't really, I don't let it affect my preparation or anything. It's still main focus is on ourselves and getting ourselves right. And going into Saturday, it's no different. So we had the chance maybe to look at Kilkenny in their Leinster final and again in their quarter final victory over Cork. But the main focus will be on ourselves and our own game plan and making sure that we implement that on Saturday.
Kilkenny is obviously a massive one, and it'll be the third competitive game in a short space of time against them. Looking back to the game last year, it was maybe a defining game for this side. They got the goal late on, you answered back. It was one of those defining games last year.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying that. I think last year we had, suppose, a lot of big moments throughout the season that maybe led to this team being successful in 2018. But yeah, that game definitely is one that stands out. Definitely, as you said, when they got that goal with Richie Hogan got the goal with maybe 5 minutes to go, I suppose that's or I suppose it was a real test for us. Facing adversity and you know this team. I think it just showed the character that we have and the resilience we showed and the calm heads that we did show in that moment. And I suppose we were an emerging team with, I suppose, emerging belief. But a victory like that against one of the traditional powerhouses of hurling kind of really cemented that, I suppose, maybe we belong at the top table and that we're able to compete for silverware.
Fast forward then to this year, obviously after winning the All Ireland Championship, I suppose the magnifying glass is on you. Then the publicity intensifies mostly from a national level. What way was that dealing with that this year? Because you've come through in the big games. You lost a couple of games in the round robin, but you really were able to come through in the big games, which is testament to the character of this side.
Yeah, all that kind of, I suppose, hype and that goes with, I suppose, being successful. I think as a group we do very well with dealing with that, and just, I suppose, remaining focused on the job that we have to do and whatever particular match that we are playing. We can really, I suppose, separate ourselves from the public, which I suppose is very important. We do hear what the stories that are out there and what people are saying about us, but we just remain, I suppose, focused on what we have to do and getting ourselves right, both physically and mentally, and making sure that we can deliver a performance on any given day.
Obviously, there was a massive attendance here for the Munster final, and the Limerick crowd came out in their droves. They'll be there again at Croke Park in the semi-final. What's it like, I suppose, walking out there? Is it a different kind of atmosphere in Croke Park, going out for a big game in Croke Park than it is on your run-of-the-mill Munster Championship game or the likes?
Yeah, it definitely is. When Crow Park's nearly full, it's a lot more bodies than there will be in any other stadium. So I suppose that initial roar or anything will be a lot louder. The atmosphere will be, I suppose, just even hyped and increased than maybe a usual game. But again, this team, I suppose we've had the experience of it now last year in the semi-final and final, and again in the league final. So it's nothing that'll daunt us or anything like that. It's just something that we'll definitely look forward to, I suppose, experiencing again.
In terms of your own preparations, have you learned any kind of tips from last year from the build up to the semi final?
Um, Not really. Well, I suppose the experience was nice to get, but I haven't really changed much preparation wise for Crow Park games. Are the same as Munster Championship games. I suppose I like to keep myself busy before games, keep my mind off them, and it'll be the same for Saturday. I'll find something to do maybe Friday that I won't be focusing thinking about the match.
Uh, we were speaking to John Kiley there a minute ago, and we were talking about the use of substitutions last year. They really made the difference, so that's going to be the same next week. It's going to be such a high intensity game.
Yeah, I think that, that it's been the case last year, and it's been the case all through this year as well. I suppose we're a panel that we have great depth, and we have a huge, I suppose, trust in the subs and the lads that come in to finish the game off for us. Again, as you said, no different Saturday. We'll expect to use 20 bodies to get over the line against Kilkenny. There's great competition for starting places, but also for those top 5 spots to make sure that you're getting game time on match day. There's huge competition for those as well. So the lads that are there want to come in and make sure they make an impact to either kick on again to try and get a starting place the next day out, or cement their position as a sub coming on.
All the talk going into this game is that, you know, Limerick are favourites and Kilkenny are kind of coming in as the underdogs, a position they're probably not used to. Is that kind of a dangerous pitfall to fall into?
To be honest, I think, as I said, as a group, we kind of deal with things like that very well. It's, I suppose, no different in some of the Munster Championship games and the league games we've played already this year. We've been favourites going in. I think we're well used to, I suppose, playing with the favourites tag. It doesn't bother us too much. And again, I think we can remain focused on what we need to do and on the targets that we need to hit come Saturday and get a performance.
You talk about targets that you need to hit. Tom John has spoken about them. He wasn't happy with some of your performances this year. Yeah. Ironically, your league and Munster champions, but he still wasn't happy. Is that ideal going into a big game, that you can focus on the numbers maybe of what you need to win, what you need to do yourself even? Yeah,
I definitely think so. You know, his analysis of it is right. You know, the players felt the same. While we might have two titles under our belt, there has definitely been an inconsistency there that I suppose we don't want, and there's no room for any more, because we're in knockout championship. Your season's over if it does happen. If you do get to have another blip, you know, and it definitely, I think it's something good to have maybe going forward, that you do have room for improvement and something to concentrate on, you know, in preparing for these games. And it's definitely, I suppose, something gives you a focus on, you know, after the Munster final in training, that you know you have certain aspects of your game as an individual and as a team that you need to improve on.
When you watch Cork and Kilkenny, are you kind of a laid back kind of watch it, or are you one of these tactical guys who likes to see the fella you could be marking and what he does?
When I'm watching the match there and then, I kind of just watch it hoping for a good game more than anything, and then I suppose sit down. But as a team we do, and as an individual, and you'll do your own video analysis on it there, trying to, I suppose, as you say, figure out maybe the weaknesses maybe that might be there, or maybe possible opportunities that you can find yourself in, and find I suppose to get an edge on the opposition. But yeah, definitely watch the games anyway, and it doesn't bother me, and you know, have my, I suppose, bit of analysis done, and where I think I can maybe get a bit of luck come Saturday.
Last one for me. Do you notice the difference this year in opposition teams and how they face up against you, that you're all Ireland champions now, that you are the target on the back if you want a shot at the King?
To be honest, on the field, I think you just have 30 competitors going at it. I don't feel any different on the pitch myself, being an All-Ireland champion, and I don't know if people feel different playing against us. I think when you're out there, you're in the moment, and you want to win each battle as it comes, and each match as it comes, and it'll be no different again Saturday. I'm sure we just want to beat Kilkenny and get to an All-Ireland final, and they're the same.